Goran, this show looks incredible. Tell me about what the draw of it for you was. I mean, Steven Spielberg, hello.
Well,
Halle
yeah,
Berry.
Steven Spielberg, and then there's this lady playing my wife, Allie, which is it's been just wonderful experience with her, and the script is pretty good, you know, the pilot, and we're doing episode 8 now, so it was really nice journey. The advantage of shooting only 13 episodes, you know, so it's not a procedural show. It's kind of like the story just keeps going, and we're gonna finish it with episode 13. Hopefully, we're gonna tell a big chunk of the story. You know, all those things are really amazing, and gravy on top of that. We're shooting in Los Angeles, you know,
Which is very nice.
yeah, where we live. So it's pretty much nothing to complain about, I guess.
So tell us how the series begins. We know that Hallie's character, Molly, is in space at some point during this. Does it start out with her in space and you on the ground with your robot child?
No, we actually start with her first couple of days being back, and then you're going to see a lot of flashbacks. So the story starts that way, and eventually she finds out. That's how this train wreck starts. Is that, you know, she figures out she's pregnant. And everybody knows in that moment that that shouldn't be happening, that that's impossible, because she was on a solo mission for 13 months. So the fact that that actually is happening is kind of freaky. It's really huge unknown. And when she shares that information with her husband, you know, it gets really awkward, mildly put. And both being scientists, after first initial kind of like, you know, we don't know what's going on, they're like, okay, let's sit down and try to figure this thing out, because we have to find the reason. We have to figure out what's going on. So first of all, of course, they're going to start with more terrestrial answers. You know, it's probably this organization that she works for, like today's NASA, ISEA, you know, maybe they have something to do with that. And first piece of information she gets, it is actually. So they're like, okay, we at least have an explanation. You know, these guys are bad. You know, they shouldn't have done that, but at least we have an explanation. But then we figured out, that's not it. It might be something even much, much more weird. And then on the other hand, my character, you know, he created this, John Woods, he created this robot child.
Yeah, because they were challenged in that department, and so he
Yes.
created this because he loves his wife and he loves his family, right?
Exactly, yeah. So John creates this robot child, and he's like really powerful artificial intelligence, and Molly is having a problem, of course, like seeing him as a child, although John actually tries to see him as his own kid, and he got 13 months of advantage actually spending time with the kid while she was in space. So that's the premise to begin with, you know. And then, of course, there's like international conspiracy theory involved amongst all of that. And it makes it for a pretty interesting show, I think.
Definitely, definitely. Can you talk a little bit about maybe why her character, why you think her character doesn't want to bond with the child right away? Because you create this, you know, beautiful little child for her, and she's an astronaut. You think she would be into technology?
Well, but look, we like to think about this show as only moved maybe a couple of decades from today. It's like 5 minutes in the future. Think about late 70s, early 80s. You know, how much different are from today? Not so much. But certain technological things from the beginning of the cell phone. You remember the old bricks now to today's iPhone 5. It's a long way. So imagine, like, from today, you know, are we going to be able to have artificial intelligence, or no? Is the technology become so small that we're going to be able to create like humanoid robot? We're not sure about that, but for the show purposes, they're there. But Molly just can't accept this behavior. She says to John, you know, he doesn't love me. You programmed him to execute a series of commands that, you know, portrays as love. And John is like, no, you're not right. You know, it's not that. You know, we let him grow. You know, by all his experiences, he's going to grow. He's going to become more and more like human. Eventually, he's going to be like human. So there's a lot of philosophical questions. Even if John's idea is complete success and he becomes really like a human, artificial intelligence, that it's actually sentient intelligence, where is this going? I mean, why would you build somebody like that? What would you do with them? I mean, do they have their own rights? Are they legal citizens? Are they, you know, it's like the whole hell breaks loose there. So we'll
Yeah.
see where it's going.
And the child on the show says in the trailer, he draws the little picture of the three of them to protect them from extinction. Are we worried about extinction? Should that be something that we are concerned about as we are watching the
Well,
show?
we definitely have Molly's pregnancy, as I said, when we figured out that ISCA is partially behind it, but not completely. We figured out that we're dealing with some alien presence, and that alien presence we still don't know. Is it bad? Is it good? Or is there no bad or good? Maybe it's just about the survival. Maybe it's going to be about the survival of the species, you know, and maybe that's why Ethan is talking about extinction.
Now, besides the sci-fi element, you do have a shower scene with Hallie. So I'm guessing that they have a good marriage then?
They definitely have a good marriage.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything you can do to make a scene like that less uncomfortable?
Do it with Hallie.
That's a good idea. That's a good
No,
idea.
I mean she's really, you know, she's
She's such a
really
pro.
awesome, and it was really easy. We didn't even think about it. It was really we've been thinking about the moment. What are we doing in that second? And when you see it in the script, how it was done, that's actually their first the first proper contact between two people after not seeing each other for more than a year.